Yeah, welcome back. This has been an amazing conversation that we are having. Now, if you have any question, please, there is a number below the screen, or those who are watching on social media, you can comment in the comment section. We're going to sample your question. If in case you're going to have an episode 2 for this, we will be responding to you, or we'll have Daktari respond to you even in the comment section. So asante sana for keeping tuned and being part and parcel of this. We are talking about servant leadership, and I believe some of you are beginning to identify areas and parts that maybe I've been a leader, but I've been a bossy one, I've been the mimi ndio kusema, you have to obey my authority. But we are learning today, and actually we are being helped. So back to you, Daktari. I left here when we are looking at, can anyone be a servant leader, or is it a calling, or for specific special people? Yes.
I think one of the things that I will go back to what I said before, we are all created servant leaders.
Okay.
It's only that we do not know. It's something that need to be awakened in us. And in our trainings, we have seen so many people come to me and come to our class, and after they have gone through our program, somebody says that, now I want to be serving. I didn't know that I was a servant leader.
Oh.
And even myself, I remember when I remember when I went to school and I had this concept of servant leadership, and I focused back on my journey. How I was brought up. We were brought up in a family of 9 kids. And one of the things that we were taught by our mother, never leave your brother behind. Sacrifice for your brother. Serve for your brother. That's what actually I grew knowing. I grew knowing about minding the needs of my brothers and my sisters. At the age of 14, my mother handed me over to my local pastor to go and stay with him, serve him. So when I came, now this concept of servant leadership was talked to me, I realized that I am a servant leader.
Okay.
All what I need, I need now to start practicing it. All of us, let me say this one thing. Everybody is serving something.
Okay.
You could be serving your own interest or the interest of others.
Okay.
These two things, you are serving them.
Okay.
Serving your own interest or serving the interest of other people. One can be a self-serving leader.
Okay.
And you can also become other serving leader. Self-serving leader is about me. Other self-serving leader is about others. And that's where now a servant leader comes. And again, I want to remind us that if we are Christian, and if anyone is a Christian, maybe those who are listening to me, we have the privilege to know the ultimate servant leader, who is our Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Why can't we go back to his teaching and learn from him servant leadership?
Okay.
Before we went to break, you talked about something.
Yes.
About can one serve, even if you are in a higher office?
Yeah.
And I want to say, people who are in higher authority, like bishops, they have a wider space to serve than a person who is at the lower level.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
Today, the staff who work with me, I can reach to them any moment I need.
Yes.
But they can't reach to me any moment they need.
Okay. I get you.
Today, for example, your bishop,
Yeah.
if he lifts up his phone and they'll say, hey, Derek, can you come to the church right away?
Yeah, I will leave everything.
You leave everything.
And go, yeah.
And then you go.
Yes.
Supposedly you want to see your bishop.
And tell him I want to see you.
He will give you an appointment.
Yeah.
So who is at and advantaged place to serve another person.
Yeah, it's the one in the higher office.
He's the one who is at a higher space.
Yeah.
So actually, it's a matter of I have realized this idea, and a friend of mine in the US told me. It's a friend of mine. He does leadership. He told me that any leaders, anyone in a higher authority, they have the greatest space to serve other people.
Yeah.
And they, other than the people who are being led, if today, let me tell you, let's say he's our president. If our president says that, if he's really a true servant leader, if he says that he wants to serve you, it will take him just while seated in his office.
He just give an instruction.
He just say, I want Derek to my office.
Yeah.
How long will it take you to reach to the president?
After 5 years.
After 5 years. You see, I can wake up even midnight and I just lift up my phone and I call one of my guys who work in our organization.
Yes.
And they will respond. And they will tell that, Dr. I'm going to do that. If some of them would want to inquire something from me, and it is late after 5, and they will say that, no, I don't want to disturb our director.
Yeah.
So you see how sometimes we limit ourselves and we deny ourselves opportunities to serve other people when we are on these big offices.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when Bishop calls me and I pick a call, there are two scenarios. I will pick it out of obedience, like I want to serve, but there are those who will pick it out of fear.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you'll get a suspension email. you get,
yes.
Why did you not pick my call?
Yes.
So how do we model now this who are in office to create an environment so that we feel it's okay to reach to you direct also? And, you know, how can they create that relationship? Because sometimes we who are in the higher office, we have instilled a lot of fear so that they cannot reach to us directly.
One of the things as a leader, make sure that you are accessible to the people whom you lead. Create that relationship. Servant leadership is about creating relationships. When people, they feel that they can reach to you, of course, I know there are some channels to reach them.
Yes,
it is okay. I don't want we bypass. But think about it, if we can create those channels and we let people who handle our diary get to know that me, I'm accessible. Actually, that is how we can create that relationship. The best thing is to put into your mind, you as a boss, you as a senior person, you as a bishop, to create in your mind that I'm accessible. And to make sure that people whom you lead, they know that even if it is not after 1 day, even if it is after 2 days, I will be able to reach to my boss.
Okay.
But do you know there are some people who knows hata huyo ukimtafuta hautampata mwaka mzima.
Okay.
So we sometimes make the people who follow us create an impression upon us that my boss, you can't reach him. Or maybe if an event comes that I get to meet you, it's like I stand up and tell you, come on, tell me what you wanted. And after a few minutes, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
So you never get time to listen to this person.
Okay.
So this person walks out of the office feeling that I was not listened. And the people whom we lead, they only need one thing, to be listened to. They need our time.
Okay.
And when we give the people whom we lead our time, they feel valued, accepted, and the people.
All right.
They feel, do you know sometimes the bosses can make people feel that they are not people. They don't belong to this world.
True.
But when people feel I am appreciated by my boss, I am respected by my boss, my boss can listen to me, my senior pastor can listen to me, my bishop can spend time to listen to me,
Yes.
my boss can take time. Let me tell you, that person, they say this: if you employ people to work for you for money, to do a job, they will do it. But if you show people respect and you have employed them, those people will serve you with their sweat, with their tears, and with their blood.
Wow, that's amazing. Though there are moments with leaders take advantage of that.
Yes.
When they see that kind of loyalty, so they want to take advantage of it. But I want to ask you this: you have talked about humility and servant leadership. So how can this servant leadership really make tough decisions in some situations and really show direction without compromising humility? Because that it is part of the job as a leader. So how can a servant leader really instill, be authoritative, not commanding, make tough decisions without really not looking like, I'm the boss here?
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
My mentor told me that servant leaders, they know how to say no.
Okay.
And it's because I know many people, they have associated with the servant leaders, is to say, yes, man.
Yeah.
You see, this man is a servant leader, is that guy who is too soft. But let me tell you, being a servant leader is to be tough. Because there are things that you don't need to compromise.
Yeah.
There are some boundaries that you don't want people to cross over. Even when you are, actually I want to say humility is not weakness. Humility is strength.
Yeah.
And you cannot allow people just to step over you because you practice servant leadership, and you know that there comes a time as a servant leader when you say these cannot continue. I cannot live this way.
Yeah.
I need to uphold my principles and my values. It comes to that time when you see person and you tell him like, this is not the way to do, this is the way to go.
Okay.
You've got to be tough at situations. Anything that will compromise your principle. Because servant leadership is a moral, it's equipped with a lot of moral principles. So if you see anyone compromising that, it is time to say no. For example, I'm at my place of work and I see one of my workers, they are not performing well. It is time to tell, brother, how can I help you to serve better, to perform
better?
If I see some mediocrity, is to approach this person and ask this person, how can I help you to improve what you are doing? And if they are not willing to improve, it is time to tell them, I want to help you. And the only way I can help you, can you step aside and decide how best I can help you, because you cannot continue this.
Yeah.
So it's not about it's not servant leadership or maybe being humble. It's not about entertaining mediocrity. It's not about just entertaining disrespect. No, it is not time about to entertain disrespect. No. It's time to stand on what the principles of servant leadership brings on the table.
All right.
It's about being tough.
Being tough.
Jesus was not a guy who was just swinging,
Yeah.
Jesus was a tough guy. When he went there, and he found those guys here to tell them, no, guys, you cannot do this in my house.
Yeah.
And even to a point when he looked at his disciples and told, do you want also to to follow them, you follow them.
Yeah.
That was not a coward guy. He was not a softy guy. He was a softy leader.
Yeah.
And sometimes it came and he told, go and tell that folks, I'm going to remain here today and tomorrow. And yet he was a servant leader.
Yes.
A servant leader, they know their position, they know the authority that they carry, and they exercise their authority and the power with the love.
Amazing. Based on what you have explained, in our current situation as a country, do you think servant leaders, just look at Africa as a whole, do you think servant leaders can actually excel in a political environment and serve well?
Oh, yes, they can.
How can they do that? Because this is a high pressure environment.
You know, in such an actually, do you know the best place to play to demonstrate servant leadership is in Africa? That's what I usually say. Why? Like, for example, in our country, think about anyone. If I come to the position of power, if I am a governor, if I am a president, if I am an MP, and I say I want the lives of the people whom I lead to change, carrying the burden of people, putting their interest ahead of yours. That's one way, just championing for the welfare of your people, not about me.
Okay.
The biggest problem that we have today, and I have one of my students from Nigeria last night in my class, and he was telling me that, Dr. Peter, I want to tell you, we need to walk into these offices and become governors and become members of parliament, so that we can say no to corruption, so that we can say no to nepotism and tribalism.
Yes.
That is how we can become a servant leader.
Yes.
Trying just to think about the interests of others. How can I put my country ahead of mine? Let me tell you, people talk about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela goal was to set the country of South Africa out of apartheid regime. And he had done one thing. After I set them out, after I set my country free, I will have only 5 years in the office. And what happened? After 5 years, he stood by what he said and he stepped it down.
Wow.
A servant leader upholds the principles of leadership.
Okay.
And he knows what he is for. You know, coming into political line, that's the best place to let me tell you, you have a wider space to serve people.
Yeah, as a okay. When you're in the political.
Yes, you know, I've been in leadership. In leadership positions, leading people, and what a joy just to be able to go to people who cannot reach me and try to help them to become better.
Wow, that's good.
And empty myself to them and create a relationship with them. You are not denying when you say that you want to practice servant leadership. You are losing nothing. Let me tell you, I have lived to serve people and I have seen the benefit and the joy of serving people.
All right.
Friendship, great friendships that I've created all over the world, just because I served somebody, just because I gave somebody my time. Not even, you know, we think sometimes the material things.
Yes.
Even giving somebody time to listen to them, that is serving them. Even calling somebody and say, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you fine? How can I help you?
Wow.
How can I be there for you? That's also serving.
No.
Sometimes we feel it is about material. No, it's not only all about material. It's about how you can enter to the life of this person and help him. People are going through hardships. People have got problems. How can I be there with you to help you?
That's amazing.
To befriend you, for you to become my friend.
Wow.
Jesus was a friend to all. And he was there, even serving them. He never had any bank account.
But he served them.
But he served them.
Amazing. Now, I want to ask you this last question, even before I just get to, there's someone maybe who is triggered by what you're saying, and they are like, yeah, this is so powerful, so what can I do? But before then, what is your picture? If you look at, if this program or this, what you're talking about, this training could go to every church, every institution, every political class in Africa, what is your picture of how Africa will look like?
Africa would become a superpower. In another TV station, media house, I said this. You see our country, Kenya, we need only a servant leader at the top. 10 years is enough to transform Kenya. Wow. 10 years. Because think about the money that is being rooted. Think about the money that we are losing through corruption. Think about the monies that we are losing through corrupted deals and the tenders. A lot of money. Supposedly all those money they are brought, they are take, all those loopholes are closed. Yes. And supposedly we have a person who will say that today I want to kill the giant of corruption. And the money that we have be brought back for the development of this country. Let me tell you, think about the time that Mwai Kibaki came to power.
Yes.
A short period, things changed in Kenya.
Yeah.
Supposedly we had another leader who succeeded him with that spirit.
Yes.
Where would Kenya be?
To be very fair.
We only need a leader in Kenya who will say, I don't want my country to be poor in the next 10 years.
Wow.
And you will be amazed how this country will change. The taxes that we collect in this country, if they were put in the right use, all the roads that we see, the education that we have been problem with, the healthy sector that we are seeing, it would be addressed. Are you joking with the 1 trillion that KRI collects?
Wow.
That's every month? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But how much does this money go to project?
Wow. This is amazing.
So we only need a leader. Africa needs, look about the country like Nigeria, the greatest exporter of oil. The country is so poor because that money is going to different people. It's not being utilized well. Think about the gold mine that is in Congo. The scrabbling of gold and the diamonds and all that. Supposedly that there was a proper leadership. And there's so many things that you can talk about in Africa.
True.
So I believe that when leadership will change in Africa, Africa will become a superpower.
Yeah.
I also want to believe this. If in church we will have true servant leaders, revival will come in the church.
Amen.
Revival cannot come in the church with the type of leaders that we see, who are too selfish, who is about me, who are building their own kingdom, who are building, you see, they build their own churches and say, this is my church.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the Holy Spirit cannot come there. Revival cannot. I want to believe that servant leadership is the foundation for revival in the church.
Thank you so much.
Let us embrace it. Let the bishop say that it is not about me, it is about Christ. And you'll see signs and wonders.
Happening.
We haven't seen signs and wonders in the church. But when leaders will come out of that cocoon and they say that I want to do the will of God, like Jesus said, I came here to do the will of my Father. If we will have men and women who will say that I want to do the will of the Father, the church is not mine. I surrender it to God. I am just a servant.
Wow.
And then you wait for God's instruction to show you how you are going to lead His people. I want to promise you are going to see an amazing outpouring of the Spirit of God in the church.
Great. Wow. Thank you so much. Now, we may not exhaust this in one sitting, but I want to give you an opportunity to tell us where can we grow this servant leadership. I know you are running as lead, so how can we be part and parcel of what you have just talked about? Because the desire is there, and there are people who feel like, you know what, I need to become a servant leader. I need my leaders to really become servant leadership. So what can I do to have this actually implemented in my institution, in my church, in my home, even my children? So how can we do that?
Servant leadership is for all. We train fathers as servant leaders.
Yes.
We train mothers. We train young generation. Actually, our as lead vision is to envision a generation of servant leaders who lead for the sake of others.
Okay.
It might be too hard for us to change the whole stick, or maybe to teach, they say, and hot dog new tricks.
Yeah.
But we focus on the young generation. If and those who have come into our trainings, I think they have changed. And all what we do is this: you need to come to our office. Our offices, we are located at Gateway Mall, Mombasa Road, 4th floor.
Yes.
That's where we are. And we hover a program in servant leader, a 6 months training. And after 6 months, then we graduate them. And then now we have started a diploma program on the same with the partnership with the Africa International University. So these programs, actually, we have been able to train since we started 2021, 2022, since we started, we have been able to train over 1,900 servant leaders in this country.
Wow.
And the program takes 6 months. It is for all church leaders. We have bishops who have gone through the program. We have professors teaching in national universities who have gone through the program. We have got lawyers, we have got doctors, we have got engineers, we have got all people who have embraced this program. And the testimonies that they have given, it has changed them. I remember one pastor, when one bishop came through the program, and after the program he said, my wife must come through this program.
I'm actually saying the same right now.
and also another bishop went through the program, and they said that my wife and all my children must go through this program, and they are now in the program. The program is so easy to learn. We only meet 2 days in a month, and it is 1 day after 2 weeks, 1 day after 2 weeks, and every day we meet. We teach them one module. We have got 10 modules. Module number 1, lead like Jesus. Module number 2, the character of a leader. Module number 3, the philosophy of the tower. Module number 4, church as a community leader. Module number 5, the essence of integrity in the ministry. Module number 6, the stewardship. Module number 8, life and the leadership transition. Module number 8, building your legacy. And module number 10, communicate like Jesus. It's so easy to learn. And this is what we do. When we go to a church and we get over 20 students, we start a class there. You don't need to come to our office. We go, we use Jesus model. Go where they are and minister them where they are. Today we have got classes, we have got 35 classes out in Kenya. We have got 2 in Uganda. We have got 1 in Tanzania. So, and then we have virtual. We also have virtual classes that meets Monday 8 p.m. up to 10 p.m. and a Tuesday 8 p.m. up to 10 p.m. So we have got those classes. So we have made it easy for anyone to access our training.
Yeah.
And our trainings are more of interactive. We discuss issues that affect our families, that affect our countries, that affect our church. We bring them on the table and then we discuss them and then we say, how can we solve them from the reading that we have learned?
Okay.
So the course is so easy, and we have seen quite a number of people who have gone through this, and we have had bishops who said, when I allowed us lead into our church, they have seen change in their leadership.
Wow.
Right now, the church where I go, my bishop, who is Bishop Dr. Keva Omai, is a student.
Wow. Okay.
And all the leadership they are there.
Okay.
And I know team, there are quite a number of bishops and who have gone through the program and they have recommended it. It is a program that I want to say it is bringing transformation in the life of a leader. It is a program that actually need to be embraced. And also, we are looking for partners. People want to partner with us.
Okay.
They can either support us with prayers because we embrace prayer.
Yeah.
And also people who can say that I want to support a pastor because there are pastors who are in the rural areas because most of our classes actually they're in the rural areas. Okay. And most of these people they would want to learn to go through the program. And our program is so cheap with $350. You've covered the whole program. So there is a pastor there who really want to do it. And because we are not sponsored by any person, this is an indigenous organization. It grew up from Kenya. It never grew up from Western countries. So we are also, we also look for partners who can say that I want to support a pastor.
Yeah.
To go through this program. Amazing. And what a great change we have seen. And when I hear reports how pastors they have benefited and the churches have benefited, there are pastors in this country who have never gone to a Bible school.
Yeah.
There are pastors in this country who've never gotten an opportunity to go to a theological seminary. So when they come and they go through this 60-month program, they feel this is something that I need. And what is needed in the church today, nothing else, not theology. The key number one that is needed is sharpening the leadership skills of pastors, nothing else.
Amazing. That's good. Now, if you want to get in touch with us, their numbers are right on the screen, right as we speak. You can pick them, give them a call, and let us know that, you know what, I'm part and parcel of this program, courtesy of what I saw on the show, because, you know, I want to be a good servant leader. Now, as we wind up, Daktari, you have a program in May 9th. Please just give us a highlight of what is going to happen. I know KTV are going to be part and parcel of this, and we'll be doing an advert on the same towards the day of the event. So just before then, just give us highlights on what is going to happen.
We are coming up with the two events. We usually have a virtual conference, a one-day virtual conference for servant leaders, and this is we allow only our students who have gone through the program. They are our guest speakers. Because one of my goal in ASLEAD is to develop our own who can go out and teach servant leadership. So with the virtual conference, we are having our guest speakers and who are our students who have graduated and they are practicing there. So it's gonna be on first from 9 a.m. up to 8 p.m. We shall be having, it will be running. We have about 6 guest speakers who will be speaking that day, and these are, wow, I want to say these are great students and great men and women. They lead organizations. They are, some of them they are CEOs somewhere, others they are doctors, but they will be the ones. So it's a free, we are going to be having that one. Then on 9th, we are going to have a physical one-day conference.
Okay.
And this we have invited keynote speakers. Professor Kebotha Kebwana, the former governor of Makueni, is going to be one of the guest speakers. And then we are going to have Apostle Professor Eric Aseka is going to be our guest speaker. Bishop Kevaomai is going to be our guest speaker. Bishop Annington Abale from Uganda is also going to be our guest speaker.
Okay.
This is going to be a great time. And I want to welcome all people, especially to join in the first one on May 1st, and to come and to register for the 9th May. It will be on a Friday, and that is going to be a whole day. Registration is only 500 for the physical one. That is going to happen on 9th, and it's going to be you can't sit down and listen to Professor Kebotha Kebwana, who is known in Kenya as a servant leader, who actually helped Makueni County come from nothing to where it is today. And the Professor Seka, how man, that guy is loaded. The only professor I know who speaks in tongues.
Okay.
And then we are going to have Bishop Annington Abale, a person who is a Kenya, a missionary in Uganda, and he is doing great work. And then we are going to have Bishop Kevaomai, and of course I'll be moderating there. So and we are going to be, the theme of the 9th conference is the philosophy of the tower, serving others.
Okay.
The philosophy of tower.
Okay.
To serve others. So I really want to encourage you, invite somebody, go to our link there, register, make registration, and then give us a call. If you have got a group that you would want to sponsor, let us know, reach to our office. We'll be able to help you. We want as many people to come. We want colleges, students to come, young people to come, CEOs, police officers, and any department. Just we are welcoming, even politicians. We are inviting politicians for this one-day event. It's gonna start from 9 up to 4. And then we will be done.
Amazing. Thank you so much for making time to be here. Now our time has far much spent, but we are not done with this. I believe we need to bring you back one of these good days so that we expound more even on this conversation as we learn. Now, if you want to register for the May 9th, we're going to run an advert and some details will be there. And we'll be running this event as we create a form for people to register. You never know. We might give you a discount to come to this program because you've been a loyal follower. So thank you so much, Daktari, for making your time and coming here. We look forward to see you again. This is very important, and this is very amazing to hear. That has been our time, our fellow viewers. We meet again next Tuesday, same time, same place, probably different guests, but Daktari will come back. I know that, for the God's glory. So thank you, my production team, for making this happen. And those of us who have been watching and following this program, God bless you. Let's meet next Tuesday. Look out for advert from Aslead, and please register for this class. Register for May 9th, and God will bless you. Thank you so much. See you. Good night.